everybody, I'm Katie from Romance Gardens. Welcome to our echinacea field. Echinacea is one of my favorite pollinators, one of my favorite perennials. It attracts birds, it attracts butterflies. It's an amazing sun plant for your garden. They are very long blooming, and as you can see, they come in a ton of colors. Very beautiful and very easy to grow. There are so many things blooming in our perennial department right now. This is definitely June and July are definitely the gorgeous times for us. So we're inviting you to come take a look around, and we're going to show you a few of the things that are blooming for you right now. So one of my favorite perennials is coming into bloom, and this is the Crocosmia Lucifer. Even though the name sounds a little bit ominous, this is an absolutely fantastic perennial. It has almost iris-like leaves, and it grows these just amazing flowers that open up bright red. We also have a few other colors, but again, this is a long bloomer that blooms the end of June, early July into August. When this is done blooming, you'll find that the leaves will start slowly to yellow back. This is grown from a small corm, and so a lot of items that are bulb grown will start to yellow down as it puts energy back into the bulb to make more growth for next year. So if you are looking for a tall, gorgeous, amazing perennial for summer in the sun, look no farther than the Crocosmia. I always like to give my Crocosmia some space. They don't seem to transplant well for me, so I like to make sure they're somewhere that I can let them get nice and big and that I don't have to mess with them very much. So again, definitely check out the Crocosmia Lucifer. Let's talk Coreopsis. I mean, this is just a stunning small daisy style flower that is absolutely lovely. It comes in so many different colors, lots of different variegations within the flower. It comes in double petals. I mean, this plant is so great. Foliage-wise, most of it has a very ferny foliage to a little more of a thicker leaf, like on the candy stripe here. Coreopsis is an absolutely fantastic garden plant. It's very easy, it spreads well, and it stays blooming for quite a long period of time. Coreopsis is an amazing plant, and it's such a great flower to add to any sunny perennial garden. Again, long bloomer. Sometimes what I'll even do on these is after the first round of blooms, I'll come in and just shear it off, maybe about 2 to 4 inches down, and many times after that, especially my Moonbeam and Zagreb will come back into bloom for me. But again, if you have some of these old-fashioned-ish type ones, come in and check out some of our candy stripes, and we've got some doubles and some other beautiful ones that you can see. These are also available online, many of these for shipping all across the country. So again, check out our website at romancegardens.com and look at all the different Coreopsis that we have available right now. So yeah, you know what else is blooming like crazy? All of our tall garden phlox. Tall garden phlox is a gorgeous addition to any garden. The fragrance on most of these is absolutely lovely. It makes a great cut flower, spreads well, and many of our varieties are disease resistant, so you won't have an issue with mildew like you do with some of the older or old-fashioned varieties. But check out the color scheme. Anything from beautiful corals to this gorgeous star-eyed purple lavender color. Phlox, one of my go-tos when I just need to have that burst of color in the summer. So did you ever wonder if bees like hydrangeas? Turns out they do. Look at this guy. He is busy as a bee. Sometimes you're looking for a little color in your shade garden. We do offer a lot of different shade plants. One of my favorites, of course, is the astilbe. Astilbe does great in filtered light, morning sun, late day sun. It can take even more sun if you're keeping it really well watered. Makes a great cut flower, and again has this gorgeous ferny style foliage, and again comes in anything from red to pink to white. So again, astilbe, wonderful shade to part shade plant for you that has a long bloom time, usually again starting sometime the middle to end of June for our area in Michigan and blooming right through July. Once these flowers are finished, you go ahead and just prune some of those off as they start to brown, and this plant will stay green and gorgeous right up until frost. So again, adds a lot of depth to your perennial gardens. Holy hostas, Batman. I mean, seriously. We have so many different varieties of hostas, and you can do them in sun to part sun and a lot of shade ideas. One thing I actually think is not really celebrated enough is the hosta bloom. Did you know that a lot of these are very fragrant, and they also make a great cut flower? I add these to bouquets all of the time. So whether or not you're growing it for these cool, dense foliage in bright green and lime and blue or variegated, Don't forget, this flower is super fun and also sometimes can attract hummingbirds for you. We'd like to start a new series where we try and answer a lot of your garden questions that you may have that we're going to call Questions with Katey. And we'd like you to leave questions that you might have about things going on in your garden or plants or anything at all in the comments below, or you can send us an email at support@romancegardens.com. Again, that's support@romancegardens.com. And we're going to do our best to answer as many of your questions as we can. So again, start thinking about maybe a plant in your garden that you don't know what it is, or maybe how to prune something. We'd love your feedback and we'd love to help you answer your questions. And again, that's what we do at Romance Gardens. We are all things plant and we just want to be able to help you whenever we can.